Oh, it looks like they're having such a fun time at Ladies' Night. Talking about Ladies' Night, it's Guys' Night now. It's a plague as common, as familiar as common cold, a holiday hangover, and it's something we've just about all experienced. America's Fitness Doctor, Dr. Rob, is in the house today to help us enjoy the indulgences of this holiday weekend, Labor Day weekend coming up, without feeling like crap for the entire weekend. And
because you might end up wearing those shades the day after,
right?
Your eyeballs are.
Then I'm not going
right?
to ask you about what happened last night.
No, I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm fine.
okay.
Just, yeah.
I remember The Hangover when I think about that movie. Those guys coming out there, they're in their shade, sitting by the pool, because it'll wipe you out all day.
It will. And the older you get, the more days it takes you out of service, 2, 3, 4 days. And so what we want to do is how do we get around this? How do we have fun over the Labor Day holiday, the last official holiday before we move into fall? What can we do to limit our exposure and to prevent those hangovers?
I hear you have 7 tips.
We got 7 great tips to help you limit that hangover.
All right, here we go.
So number 1, make sure that you drink in moderation. One of the best things that you can do after you have a drink, 2 glasses of water. So my ratio, 2 to 1. For 1 alcoholic drink, 2 glasses of water. Dilute the alcohol, slow the absorption rate.
So for some, that would be like 20 glasses of water.
Yeah, some of these drinks, depending how big they are, it might just be that way. Second, when it comes to using the sodas, use regular soda and not diet. Actually, the sugars that are in the regular soda help to slow the absorption rate of the alcohol, which can keep it from getting in your bloodstream too quick.
Right.
So that's also something we want to do.
Okay.
A lot of people, when they get out there and they're having a good time and they're partying and they're drinking, they want to smoke cigarettes.
The social smoker,
The social smoker, you got it. One of the things we want to avoid is smoking while we're drinking. Smoking releases an inflammatory product called a cytokine. That cytokine causes inflammation in your brain. So if you want to avoid the throbbing headache the next day, don't drink and smoke. That's really asking for trouble.
Okay, got that one.
Yes. Now, the alcohols. We have dark liquor, we have clear liquor. And I can remember growing up, my grandmother would say it about my grandfather. She'd be like, keep him away from the dark liquor and cigarettes. And there was a reason, so he wouldn't get the hangovers.
Right.
They've done studies. If you drink dark liquors, because of the toxins that are released in the fermentation process called congeners, it causes the really throbbing, nasty headaches. Also, the inexpensive, cheaper liquors have more congeners in them. So keep to the clear liquors like the vodkas and the gin. Keep it on the rocks. Those clear liquors, less of a chance of getting a hangover.
And just on a side note, too, you can go top shelf. That helps out a little bit more, too. I know it's a little more expensive, but the clear liquor, the top shelf, and like the Goose or Kettle or something like that.
If you're actually going to drink, spend a little money and get the more expensive alcohols because of the fermentation process and the distilling.
Got it.
Much more refined. So stay away from the dark liquors. Next, carbonation. If you put carbonation in your drink, it speeds the absorption of the alcohol because it pushes it in the small intestine. The small intestine is where we get the absorption.
Right.
So we want to keep away from the carbonated beverages mixed with the alcohol.
Okay.
It's always better to have it neat on the rocks with a little water, lime twist, lemon twist.
Yeah, try to stay away from that
slow
fizzy
it
stuff
down a little bit.
Okay.
And of course, the next thing that you really want to do, make sure that you eat food before you go out to these parties.
Right.
You want to get food in your stomach.
Right.
If you've got food in your stomach, it slows the absorption rate. You can go to the melting pot, get great bread, cheeses, mix it up with a little bit of that bourbon ice cream.
That's where Sally and Vanessa are, right?
Then Sally might really be bad if she has that.
We're going to find out by the end of the show here. And the last one, of course.
Of course, without a doubt, don't drink. If you don't drink, you can't get a hangover.
Right.
And of course, over this Labor Day holiday weekend, make sure that if you do drink, please don't drive. Phone a friend, call a cab, be safe.
Yep.
Stay safe this holiday weekend.
America's Fitness Doctor, Dr. Rob. Go to americasfitnessdoctor.com for more tips. Dr. Rob, thanks so much. Good luck this weekend, Labor Day weekend, guys.